Hey guys, it's Eden. So today I wanted to do another Valentine's Day makeup look. I wanted this one to be a little bit smoky and a little more sexy, and I also wanted to keep it pretty natural because for Valentine's Day, especially if you're going on a date with your significant other or whatever you're doing, I feel like Valentine's Day isn't a day that I want to just go super crazy with the makeup. I want to keep it nice and light and simple and a little bit sexy, so that's why I did this look. I did a nice little cat eye. I love these kind of looks because they lift up my eye, and I personally have a little bit of downturned eyes, so with no shadow on the lower lash line and just the wing liner and the dark shadow in the outer corner, I feel like it just makes your eyes look really sexy. And I paired it with a nude lip because that's just my favorite thing to wear. So yeah guys, I hope you enjoy this look. Let me know what you think of it in the comments down below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you did like it, just so I know that you did. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you don't want to miss out on any of my other videos. Thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed the video, and let's just get into it. Hey guys, so I'm starting this off with my eyebrows already done, and I've also been trying out this It Cosmetics brow power pencil. I really like this. This is just the mini one, and it's in the shade Universal Taupe. So yeah, that's what's in my eyebrows, and then I set them with my L'Oreal Brow Stylist Plumper. I love this stuff. So now for the eyes, I'm going to go in with my NYX Above and Beyond Full Coverage Concealer. And I'm going to use this to prime my eyes. I'm just going to take a flat synthetic brush and apply this from lash line to brow bone. And now I just had to dampen my sponge. I've been using the L'Oreal one. I've honestly been reaching for this over my Beauty Blender every single time. I love this. It just blends out my makeup so well, and I feel like it doesn't absorb a lot of product. I just really like it. So I'm going to go ahead and blend with that. Now I'm just going to take my Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette, and I'm going to take this shade right here. It's called Levitation. It's just a light cream shade, and I'm going to set my eyeshadow base with that. Alrighty, so now that I have that done, I can go in with my eyeshadow. I always like to do my eyes before the rest of my face, so I'm going to go in with this shade Raw Sienna. I might have to dip into another palette for this look, but hopefully I'll be able to stick to the one. We'll see. But for my transition, I'm going to go in with Raw Sienna. I'm just going to use a big fluffy brush and put this into my crease. This is just a perfect brown shade for the crease. So in this look, I'm going to be focusing most of the shadows on the outer corner and just a little bit on the inner because I want to make this more of kind of like a cat eye effect. So I'm going to try not to take any of my shadows up above this one. I just want it to be nice and light in the crease and then have the most depth on the outer corner here. Alright, so now that I have that shade blended out, I'm going to go into the deeper shade now and just kind of map out how I want it. I just don't really want this look to get super dark and smoky everywhere, so I just kind of want to map out where I want this dark shade to be. So I'm going to take a small little brush and Cypress Umber. I love this brown. It's so pigmented. It's such a nice shadow. I'm going to stamp this on the outer corner here. And notice how I'm doing it at an angle too because I want to keep it on the outer corner here. And if everything gets a little bit low, that's fine. I can always clean that up with a baby wipe. And then I'm going to take a little bit of a smaller brush and I'm going to blend out the edges of that. I'm going to kind of drag it into the crease ever so slightly. So now with that same brush I was using, I'm going to go back into this same Raw Sienna shade, and I'm going to use that to blend this out as well. Now I'm just going to take my Morphe M433. It's more of like a pinched brush, so it's perfect for the crease. I'm going to go into the shade Warm Taupe, and I'm going to put this into the crease. mainly on the outer corner like all the other shades, and I'm just going to blend. So once that is blended to your heart's content, then you can go back in with this darker shade and stamp it in once again. This time I'm not bringing it up as high, just really on the base. So now I'm going to have to dip into another palette. I just have this one shade I really want to use. It's from the Lorac Pro 2. And it's this shade called Buff. It's just a really nice creamy white shade, and I want to use this on my lid. I just want to brighten up my lid. I don't want any shimmer, so I'm going to use this shade. I'm going to bring it all the way up to that dark brown and then up to the crease here. First like 2/3 of my eyelid. Then I'm just going to go ahead and blend all the edges where it meets the black, or where it meets the brown, because I don't want there to be a stark line, and in the crease a little bit. And then again back in with that dark brown just to intensify it once more and make sure everything's nice and blended. So yeah, you can always just go back and forth between colors, the dark, the light, whatever, until it looks exactly how you want it to. And now I'm just going to take a baby wipe and I'm going to clean up the fallout and the edges of my eyeshadow just to make a nice crisp line. Alright, so once I've done that, I'm just going to do a wing to kind of go with the whole cat eye look that I'm going for. I'm going to use my Morphe gel liner in Slate because it's my favorite. And then I'm going to also use my brush from Morphe, just a little detailed brush, and this is my favorite way to do my wings. You know how some days your wings want to be cousins instead of sisters? That's the kind of day I'm having today. We're just gonna roll with it. So I wanted to make the inner part of my liner thin and then the outside a little bit thicker because I think that also makes it more of like a cat eye. I normally like to do all of it kind of thick. That's just what I like for my eye shape. But today I did it like that just to accentuate the little cat eye we got going on. I didn't do a super crazy wing either. I did just a nice small one. I didn't want it to be anything too dramatic because I do still want this to be a nice kind of subtle smoky eye. I don't want it to be really dramatic. So now I'm going to curl my eyelashes. This is my favorite eyelash curler. It's from Tarte. They always have like the really cute ones and it works really well at curling the lashes. And then I'm going to go in with my L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black. And then on top of it, I'm going to go in with my L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black because together these mascaras are just everything you need. Alright, so 27 coats of mascara later. Alright, so my camera cut off and I was like so scared there for a second, but I think I caught it in time. So I was just saying that I did pick up a few new things from the drugstore and ColourPop recently, and I want to try those out today. So one of the things I picked up was this Wet n Wild Coverall Primer, and I just put it on my face and I really like how it feels so far. It feels really nice and smooth. So that is a good start. And the next thing that I found was the new Wet n Wild foundation. I'm so excited because I've been looking at my Walgreens. I went a couple times and they didn't have the foundation there at all, and then the concealer they didn't have in my shade, so I was like, alright, I guess I'm not trying that out. And I went into my Walmart and I just kind of browsed the makeup aisle like I always do every time I go there, and I saw they had this and I was so excited. So I picked up what seems to be like my perfect shade. It's called Golden Beige. I haven't used it yet, but it just looks like it's going to be perfect for me. And I love the packaging. This like spatula thing, oh my god, it's like the best thing ever. I feel like it's going to be so easy to apply. So I've already primed my face. I'm just going to go in with this. Yes, this shade is literally perfect for me. I'm matching to my body because my face is always a little bit lighter because I do exfoliate my face a little more than I do the rest of my body. Whoa. So, just going to use about that much. See how far that gets me. I don't know that this little spatula is like the most sanitary thing. I definitely wouldn't put this directly on my face if I had any like acne, but I do think it's really convenient. So I wasn't putting on any more product at that point. I was just spreading it out with the spatula. So now I'm going to go ahead and blend it in with my L'Oreal sponge. Well, this shade is definitely not as good of a match as I was expecting, but that's okay. That's what bronzer's for. So I actually really like how this looks. It seems to be a matte finish to me. I think this looks more matte than my Maybelline Matte and Poreless. Yeah, in my opinion, this is definitely a matte foundation. I really like how it looks on the skin though. I feel like this would be a good foundation to wear for the summer. So now I'm going to go in with my NYX Dark Circle Concealer. This is in the shade Light. And I'm just going to put this right where I get my dark circles, because they're vicious and need to be hidden. And then I'm going to go in with my Tarte Shape Tape. I absolutely love this concealer. It's amazing. I need to get it in a darker shade, but when I bought mine, they didn't have it. And it's like always sold out, the light medium shade, so I had to get light. But next time I will get light medium. You do not need a lot of this stuff. It's like intense. I might actually mix in a little bit of my Maybelline Fit Me in the shade Sand just to kind of darken it up a little bit. And again with my sponge. And I'm going to go ahead and set my under eyes. I'm going to bake them with my sponge, and I'm going to use my Rcma No Color Powder. I'm just leaving a little bit of excess powder under my eyes, not too much, and then I use whatever I had left on my little palette here and kind of push that into the center of my face, around my nose, forehead, chin, just to make sure that foundation isn't going anywhere. And then another new thing I have is this L'Oreal True Match Mineral Powder. I know this isn't like new, but it's new to me, so I'm going to try it out. I got the shade Buff Beige. So I'm just going to take a fluffy brush and set my foundation. This one doesn't necessarily need to be set, I noticed, because it was actually quite matte, but I want to use this powder, so I'm going to buff off that powder I had under my eyes too with this. And I'm using this powder also just as I buff it out like that. It's going to darken up my concealer a little bit because it was too light for me. So now it's time to bronze up my face. I'm going to use my Wet n Wild contour kit just to go with the Wet n Wild theme I got going on here. I'm going to use this brush right here. It's a flat one. It's the M177 from Morphe. Just going to dip in and bronze up. I'm just going to bronze up my face, not exactly contouring, but I really love the shade of this bronzer. Then for my forehead, I'm going to switch over to my Morphe 527. Same bronzer. I just like this brush better for my forehead. And I like it for my cheeks when I'm doing like just a subtle kind of bronze, because it does lay the product over like a larger area. And I have a larger forehead, so I'm also going to put that on my jawline, down my neck a little bit, just to blend everything together. I'm just going to put a little bit of blush on. I'm going to use my Morphe 9N blush palette. I love this palette so much. I want to go with something a little more pink today, so I'm going to go in with this shade. These are very pigmented, so be careful. I always like to blend my blush into my bronzer a little bit. And then I always use this Ego Tools Dual Fiber brush and blend. Then I'm going to go back into that Wet n Wild contour kit and my fluffy brush that I always like to use to contour my nose. This is from BH. It's the number 12 brush. I love this. I'm just going to take that shade and very lightly run it down the sides of my nose and up to the brow. This is just to contour my nose and also so it doesn't get washed out from all the powders and stuff that we used. Now, oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this part. So when I went into Walmart and found that foundation, I also came across these. Okay, you don't even know. Well, I'm sure actually most of you do. No, because I guess I heard these aren't limited edition anymore. So I went in, saw them, they must have just stocked it, they had both of them, I got them. And the next time I went to Walmart, they were out of both of them, so I'm happy I snatched them both up. Precious Petals is the one I really wanted. I got them both just because they were both there and I knew they were going to sell out. It's absolutely beautiful. It's definitely going to be a beautiful highlight for my skin tone. Absolutely gorgeous. And then Crown of My Canopy. It's more of like a rose gold. It's definitely beautiful for deeper skin tones, I'm sure. I can't really use this one as a highlighter, but I got it because I think it'd make a really pretty eyeshadow. So we'll see. I thought it would be good to have. So I'm just going to take my little highlighting brush and Precious Petals, and I'm going to highlight my face with this. I've been wanting to do this for so long. I don't want to be too glowy, but I've been into more like a subtle glow lately. I mean, I've always kind of liked it a little subtle, but especially lately, this has a really pretty glow to it. So now, lastly is the lips. Another thing I'm like so excited about. So I picked up the ColourPop Aquarius collection by Kathleen Lights. I love her, and I love Aquarius. It's my favorite lipstick ever. I'll swatch it for you guys. Like, seriously, I think it takes a long time to find like your perfect nude lipstick, and this is definitely mine. This is a lippy stick from ColourPop. It's a cream finish, and it's just beautiful. The second I put this on my lips, I was like, oh my god, this is my perfect nude lipstick. I love it so much. So when I found out when they were coming out with this lipstick in every finish that they have, all my dreams were answered. So there is Aquarius 2, which is an ultra matte lip. And they're all slightly different too. They're not like exactly the same. They're like the same tone, but a little lighter, a little darker, which I actually like about it. So this is the ultra matte lip, which it will get a little bit darker once it dries. Then I have the ultra satin lip, which I'm probably going to wear today, which is a little bit lighter. It's a satin lip. So the original, the matte, and the satin, all very similar, very beautiful. And then this is the ultra glossy lip, which is like so perfect for every day, I think. I love their lip glosses too because they're literally not sticky at all. That's a horrible swatch, but you know, you get the picture. So I think I'm gonna go in with the satin lip. It's the lighter of the bunch, and I just love it. So I'm gonna go in with that. Oh my god, I absolutely love this lip color. It's the first time I'm actually putting it on. I just love it. So excited about this. Before I forget, because I already did, I'm going to use this Great Lash Lots of Lashes, the new one. And I'm going to use this for my lower lashes. I love it because the brush is so tiny. And then, I always forget to do this before I do my mascara on my bottom lashes, but that's fine. I'm just going to take this nude liner from e.l.f. It's a lock-on gel liner. I'm going to put this in my waterline just to really brighten up my eye. I don't like to use black eyeliner because my eyes aren't that big, so it does close them off and make them look really tiny. And also, I just don't like how it looks on me, so I'm going to go ahead and use this. So yeah, that is really it, guys, for this look. Now I just need to spray my face with my Mario Badescu Rose Water Spray just to lock everything in place. Alrighty guys, so this is the final look. This is my kind of sultry cat eye for Valentine's Day. I still want it to be a nice soft look, so I love how it turned out. It didn't get too super dramatic. So hope you guys enjoy this look. Let me know what you think of it in the comments below. I hope you have an amazing Valentine's Day, whether you're single or you're taken. I just hope it's an amazing day for you. So thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.